What it do? It's the Foyo Games with this week in TCGs number 22. You remember this game? I finally remember this game. But anyway, this week in TCGs got good amount of stuff to go over. We're gonna try it again without the music. I'll most likely bring the music back. My mic, my Fi-Fine crashed on me, started staticking on me. I don't know why. I got this backup Beatron going, but I gotta figure out something on mics. Like, I got bad looks with mics, it looks like. But anyway, on with the show. Alright, so MTG, as I'm sure you've heard, Troll and Toad, the online retailer that I've ordered from once or twice, they have stopped selling Magic the Gathering. They started back selling Magic way back in 1994, and they recently got out of it. The owner, Ben Burns, says that his reason was that Magic is no longer profitable, down to the fact that Wizards of the Coast keeps on pumping out constant reprints and too many variants of valuable cards, which has sometimes led Troll and Toad buying cards at a loss thanks to new reprints being announced shortly after purchase. So can't win with all these alt arts and all that such, and 5 different versions of the same card. It's crazy stuff. But because of this, Burns has announced that they'll only take delivery on the next 2 rounds of sealed Magic products before halting sales completely on January 1st, 2024. Fun fact too, Ice Spice was born on January 1st, 2000. Like, she's got the perfect birthday. But anyway, yeah, and also in other news, Sheldon Minery, the actual guy who made Commander, he sadly passed back in September, and he died of throat cancer, and he will be greatly missed. Yeah. Also, in more Magic news, Alchemy Eldraine is out tomorrow, and it's well, October 10th. It's already out. So Alchemy, the MTG arena format of Magic, it's like a weird standard with digital only cards and such. They've got their Eldraine. They got a premiere draft coming October 10th through the 16th. And we've got some rebalances in Alchemy, which is the 2 most annoying cards right now that are in standard. The Orcish Bowmasters. And what they added is it loses the ETB ability. And also the 1 ring, it now costs 1. It costs 1 to do the tap ability, which I hear will not really slow things down for the 1 ring. But anyway, some weird alchemy changes. And moving along, we have Sheldon Minery died back on September 11th. R.I.P. the creator of Commander, godfather of Commander, creator of Magic the Gathering's most popular multiplayer format, has died. Minery's wife, they said that he passed on September 8th, so hate to see him go. He was part of the Commander committee where they actually make the rules of Commander outside of Wizards, so hate to see him go. Alright, on to Battle Spirit Saga. The 3rd set, the Aquatic Invaders, releases in 2 weeks, October 27th. So be on the lookout for that. And we already have the green. Shout out to my guy Michael Rushing. Got me this. He picked it up at Gen Con. Didn't really want it, so gave it to me. And I've also got a box of set 2 I've yet to open. Need to really do that. But anyway, so yeah, they got the blue starter set coming on October 27th, which will round out the 6 colors of Battle Spirit Saga. And also, Neon Genesis Evangelion will be coming to Battle Spirit Saga in the fourth set, which is coming in February. And for this fourth set, they're just gonna have like alt arts and just box toppers and stuff with Evangelion cards, but we will be getting a whole full set of Evangelion coming in 2024 as well. So yeah, it's been confirmed. So Bandai confirmed today that not only will the crossover set get exclusive cards in set 4, but it will also get its own set later in 2024. Yeah, and the pull rates will be much better than the Gundam little drops they had in set 2. So that's something to look forward to. And as far as the mechanics of the set, Japan's Battle Spirits, they had, I believe, set 21 and set 23. They were both Evangelion sets, and then the mechanics of those are, you've got these cards that are spirits. They're like they're pretty much like equipment that you have on the battlefield, pretty much mechs and monsters, and you'll need a brave, which is just like a human or whatever, to pilot the spirit. And then a special card that allows you to stack and fuse onto your spirit to power them, and they appear as pilots or spears of Longinus. Haven't really watched Evangelion, maybe like the first part or something. But Magic, a card that can be played directly from your hand to be discarded after one use, but it can activate very powerful effects, appears as famous lines. Nexus, we know what those are. Field spells. And then yeah, so you'll lay the Braves on top of the spirits, and then you can make them do double damage and such like that. There's also, yeah, stack the Brave on top of the spirit in specialized condition and get a great boost from that. Burst, we know about that. Mirage is a mechanic where its effect activates when it's faced up in the burst zone and receive support from outside of the field. Radiant Descent Rebirth, they've also got this rebirth mechanic. Not sure like if it's gonna make the Battle Spirit Saga set 4 or not, or like the Saga set, but rebirth mechanic is where you can activate the rebirth effects and flip the card over when the condition is fulfilled, changing it to post rebirth cards. So we got some flipping cards, hero, alter ego, ruler, J ruler stuff. I always love the flip cards. Alright, so moving along, your boy Cosmic Plays, he's gonna go into some further detail about it. Let's hear from him.
In 2024, but also what's really important to note is this is finally, them throwing a lever and saying, hey, we are going to do full-on collabs like we have in Japan Battle Spirits. We have Ultraman, we have Godzilla, we have obviously Evangelion, we have Gundam, we have Tiger and Bunny, we have a lot of other stuff I'm sure I'm forgetting, but generally speaking, collabs are a lifeblood of the game, and I would not be surprised if they do like 2 collabs a year, so like 1 every 6 months or a deal, just going forward, because 1, it helps with sales, and 2, it's just the best marketing thing that they could be doing, and well, that is what the game needs right now. So with that out of the way, you can see the tweet up here up front, which does have artwork we could expect to see in Saga, and you'll notice the background that I'm using. Also, it has some artwork from Japanese Battle Spirits that will likely get repurposed to Saga, but the artwork is gorgeous, and I am very much looking forward to it. So with that out of the way, let's just give a quick deep dive back into Japanese Battle Spirits and kind of what to expect from the first collab that will be coming to Saga. So really quickly, you'll notice that these are fairly recent, all things considered, right? Like collabs have been a thing a very long time in Japanese Battle Spirits, going back to Digimon, and actually I'm sure like Ultraman or something was first. I can't remember what the first one was off the top of my head, but the important part is these are more recent, obviously to line up with the movies like 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0 thrice and all that stuff. So that's where both of these artworks are largely going to be coming from, or the focus of the artworks. But what do they have? Like what is going to be in the set, right? Is it going to be a full 6-color collab expansion? Probably not, right? So as collabs get introduced into the game, and as we think about these sets overall, you want to have something that is focused enough where you don't have to have a 200 card set to make 6 compatible decks, right? You want to like laser focus in on only a couple colors. So as we saw both with the first CD21 and then later on.
Yeah, so like it's likely going to be just 3 of the colors, not all the colors. And yeah, so he was saying too that like even though like Battle Spirits is kind of doing not the best right now, like I got a $35 box, you can get a $33 box rather. The newest set is crazy, but Bandai really wants Battle Spirits to succeed because they own the IP, so they're going to keep on pumping this until it really crashes and burns. So they're going to keep on throwing collabs behind it, trying to make it work, and they also have an actual pre-release this time, so they're going to really try to make it work. So I like the game. I love the game. And tomorrow, I am doing a show with your boy, Some Gamer Dude, and we're gonna be talking about Battle Spirit Saga. So tune in to Some Gamer Dude's channel, Hyper Jukin. Check him out. We'll be doing it tomorrow. But anyway, I digress. Yeah. So reading what some of Reddit says about it, they say about Evangelion coming. They say honestly they should have just made the Gundam box toppers just as random. But like I say, the pull rates are gonna be way better than the Gundam pull rates. And yeah, like the game needs a relaunch or something. Collabs aren't going to fix it at this point. Relaunches won't be happening. They just have to advertise outside of the niche markets they are advertising to. And then this guy says, hard disagree. The game just needs visibility, and a healthier meta. Which they just did a banned list, banned and restricted list. So that's good. Make everything healthier. FAB was basically dead on the first sets. Yeah, and then yeah. All right. Marketing, free prizes, LGS support, and collabs can make it grow, especially now that the game is on MKM and has a secondary market that can become solid. Prizes sure need an upgrade. Wasn't FAB unknown at the start and only got popular from the removal of the life break mechanic at the start of the block? Yeah, like I kind of remember that. Alice Origins and stuff. Alice. All right, but anyway, Alice Cluster. All right. And on to Metazoo. Metazoo times Sanrio Collector's Box. eBay Live at NYCC Comic-Con. CollectorCon Comic-Con. Yeah, so in this Collector's Box, you're going to get 2 booster boxes of the Kuromi's Cryptic Carnival, the Kitty Collab, and you'll get at least 3 promo cards. So if you're lucky enough to be at New York Comic Con, CollectorCon, you can grab that collector's box. Alright, and we have some plushies and promos too up there. Kuromi, whoever that is from Hello Kitty. And they're still doing NFTs. People still doing NFTs. NFTs are patiently waiting for their reveal from NFTinas. A backstory unraveled in the gated NFT holder Discord chat. So yeah, they're still doing NFTs. And there goes that Satan. Speaking of that Satan, what happened to that Arby's collab? It's been that was first announced like around May 3rd, and then here it is, October 13th, Friday the 13th. Spooky. We haven't really heard much about that Arby's collab since. And my boy Frankly Collecting on YouTube, he said that they called it off, even though I couldn't confirm that. But he said that they called it off because Metazoo has just come out with 2 salacious of cards and 2 graphic and 2 gory, 2 like adult themed cards. But let's hear what Collector's Impact says about it.
They're not a gift from God. They are an unholy curse from the beast we call the Desolate One. I don't know about this, Randall. So you can notice right away that for the Nightfall set launch especially, there is a lot of genuine demonic lore and everything around some of the cards in the set. In fact, the rarest card in this set, the Ultra Lottery card, is Satan himself, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, so you've got reference to Satan himself. You have here with like Rudy from Alpha Investments 666 Street. The back of the cards themselves are upside down pentagrams, which I didn't even notice until my friend Ivan actually pointed it out to me when we were looking at the cards in person. He's like, look, it's demonic or whatever. That's in one of the videos actually where he was mentioning that.
Oh man, reverse
Upside down pentagrams on the card back. Hold them up.
pentagram. We're going to some devil stuff now. Where do you see a reverse pentagram? In the back.
Oh, damn, I didn't even notice that.
Back of the cards are reverse pentagrams.
But yeah, it's kind of because if you turn it right side up. A little bit of history lesson on this. In terms of the pentagram, when it's right side up like this, it's supposed to be a symbol of peace and love and all that kind of stuff. They use it in the tarot cards, the famous tarot cards where you read your fortune and all of that. The pentagrams are an entire suit in the tarot decks, and they're supposed to be like a rather holy, peaceful symbol. It's when you turn it upside down, just like the cross, when it's inverted upside down. Those are demonic symbols. So, yeah. In terms of the presence of these things in these cards, there's absolutely 100% no doubt that they are there. You know what I mean? Like, they're intentional that these dark forces and evil symbols are there.
You know, I don't like to talk about dark forces, Randall.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, take from that what you will. And on to Flesh and Blood. They've got a new set just announced called Heavy Hitters. The smell hits you first. Blood, sweat, steel. Feral crowds roar loud as the thumping in your chest. You step into the arena, hot sand billowing at your feet. Drinks are poured, wagers are made, weapons are drawn. Gold and glory is yours for the taking if you survive the death match. This is going to be like an arena, coliseum, Greco-Roman type of thing. And then as Red Zone Rogue points out, we can clearly see we've got some giantitis going on here. These guys are way taller than the rest of the guys, so they look like giants, or maybe some huge minotaurs or something. Actually kind of look like minotaurs to me. But yeah, and this set is going to be yet another draftable set. As forget the cat's name, but Brian Gottlieb, they're saying that right now they're focused on draft sets, not the expansion sets where you can't draft, because those just kind of peter out real fast because you can't draft them. And yeah, so it's gonna first premiere at the Celebration Queenstown on January 19th through the 21st, 2024. You know, we got Briar over there in the cut. Meet your community heroes, and the set will be releasing nationwide, I believe February or January, something like that. February 5th, I believe. Yeah, February 2nd, 2024. Set will be dropping nationwide, so look for that. I mean, worldwide, look for that. And we got new Versus System news. Versus System got the crossover volume 5 issue 14 coming out. It's going to feature popular teams from the MCU Infinity Saga to the mix, and there'll be characters such as Iron Man, Thor, and more, and will include 55 playable cards and a rule sheet. I think these crossovers are like different formats to play, like wacky formats, kind of like Plain Chase or something, I believe they were. But I haven't really played any of them myself, but that's what I recall from opening one time. But yeah, and moving on, we got a Stone Soul Forge Fusion. They have been they got their Kickstarter launching for set 3, which is the last winter, coming November 2nd. So be on the lookout for that. This new kit features Circe, the Dead Queen, as she brings in the last winner upon the Forgeborn, and it also introduces exalted creatures, which can be paired with exalted lands that they introduced in the second set that I've yet to open that I have, and activate new powers. This set also has new legendary monster, Fraud Experiment number 1943, that comes with several artistic and mechanical twists, as well as rare alternate exalted Forgeborn cards. So yeah, I would like to play that. So expanding on expansions, the exalts are like basically field spells that you put into the lane, and then they give the creature more power in the lane. So like a sacrifice chamber spell exalt is just a special kind of spell that stays on the field versus getting discarded. Field spell that stays in the lane, physically in the lane. Your creature in this lane has Slay. Deal 3 damage to the enemy player to gain 3 more life. It's cool. And then it just keeps on ramping up every level of that exalt that you get to play into the lane, I believe. Something like that. And also with exalted spells in the lane, you also get to, if the creature in that lane is with an exalted spell in that lane, the creature becomes exalted. So if the Deep Branch Prowler was exalted in the lane, then at the start of the combat you may have this strike the opposing creature, and if you do, this doesn't deal combat damage this turn. So have it just strike the opposing creature, because normally you hit each other, but like on your turn you get to hit, but like while you're like defending, while you don't have the forge, you can't actively hit them or something like that. But it sounds real cool though. Cool mechanics. Right, and on top of that though, you know, there's new synergies and new ways to make the synergies, because there are cards like the Advancing Archivist now that when you deploy, you can upgrade a card from your hand. So normally you'd have to play a card, discard a card or whatnot, then you get to search the upgraded effect of the upgraded version of the card. You go from like bronze to silver to gold. But with these kind of cards, you can just upgrade from hand. So look forward to playing those type of cards. And then also the Cultivating Guardian does the same thing. Upgrade a creature in your hand, then discard it. But just a creature though. Alright, so that's that. And on to the Kickstarters. We'll be on 20 minutes. We're going to kind of try to, I think I'm going to maybe do the Kickstarters like once a month, and maybe kind of try to blast through them, just hit the keynotes on them. But we'll see how this goes. Cool game right here. Backrooms TCG. Looks very interesting. They got 8,000 of their 10,000 they want to get 16 days ago. 56 backers. But this game uses like a rondel card system, looks like. Let's check them out.
All the way around. With the remaining 4 cards being your deck in hand, which will stay face down and to the side. When no clipping, you'll look for the first available rune card starting at the...
You get you draw, like, you make a 52 card deck with some kind of ratio with it. Then you put cards out in the rondel. Looks all spooky, like a seance or something.
6 card position if there's no rune
Ritual.
card available. You'll move around clockwise until you find one. In this case, all the way is right here. Now that your position has been set, you will pick up one item off of the playing field, engage a friendly or an unfriendly entity. You can do either of 3 things in any order. So in this case, I will take one item off the field to play, the electric tennis ball, and then we will engage this friendly entity, Deathmoth. Deathmoth does not have to be defeated. Since it is a friendly entity, all you have to do is read the card's description and perform any actions described. Also take into account any card count score or sanity effects. So for this card's description, you'll
Looks very much like a solo game, but maybe it's not.
pull the first item off the top of your pull pile, then reshuffle the deck. So no item. Then we found another tennis ball. So some tennis ball will go in our inventory. Then, in theory, we would shuffle the deck, but for sake of brevity, we will not. Okay, moving forward, your friendly entity, since we performed its description, and then move on to engaging.
Yeah, but Backrooms TCG live right now. Go check them out. Alright, next Kickstarter we have Booster Brat TCG. Let's see what he's talking about.
Cult, hoping to steal your rival's collection. Playing with a 60-card deck, you play agents and units, equip them with items, and evolve them into stronger forms. You play settings to affect your team and events to influence individual turns. During battle, you send one character into the playground, and the character with the higher power wins. The winner takes both characters and any cards attached to them and adds them to their collection. First player to add 18 cards to their collection is the winner.
Okay, so you might not want to like equip everything that you could, because that's going to help them get more cards in their collection. Sounds cool.
Cards are separated into 5 unique themes: Friend, Enemy, Cult, Prime, and Neo, each of which has distinct play styles and advantages. But the most important aspect of this game, every card is playable in every deck. There are no energy or mana cards. Every turn your resources reset to 11, which is the same number of cards in our booster packs. And speaking of booster packs, let's get...
Yeah, so he says there's going to be like a lot of alt arts for the collectability and such. Game sounds real cool. 43,000 of 22,000 gold and 160 backers, 17 days to go. Check them out. And yeah, what do you get though? $50 gets you 3 theme decks. $20 gets you 1 theme deck and 1 promo. So yeah, sounds real good. Alright, Wartide. I've been looking at this one for a while. Looks good.
Defend your territory with his special abilities. Merely attack and destroy everything in your path.
Summon heroes to reinforce your army.
Use powerful events to catch your opponent off guard. And manipulate the very shape of the battlefield itself.
Okay,
All
you can take
to
out
capture the enemy home field and win the day.
Well, I think you're getting the hang of it. My name's Lachlan, creator of Wartide. Let's play again. Wartide Season 1 includes the Impera, Kagawa, and Null factions. Who will you choose? Back Wartide now on Kickstarter.
Nice. 37 days ago, they got about 9,000 of their $25,000 goal. Go check them out. Single starter deck, about $19. 3 starter decks, about $51. And yeah, I think this isn't a booster pack game. It looks like just straight starter decks. That's what's up. Game, that was a very good video. And I think he does an interview with the Hobby Homies. They got a podcast, so check that out. They're actually like grade school friends, so check out the Hobby Homies and Lifeland. Looks good. Alright, and we have another one. This one looks a lot like Marvel Snap, but let's check it out. Free to play. 3 stats versus Marvel Snaps. I forget if they have 1 or 2 stats. And it's using the Grimm's Fairy Tales characters. Fast-paced 5-minute battles online. Definitely check that out when it's, and you can try the demo right now, and they have fully funded 61 backers, 28 hours to go. And what you can do with that is a $27 gallerist. You can basically put your name in the rule book or whatever. In this tier you will see everything for the gallerist. In this tier let me go to the first level. Okay, in this tier you'll receive name in the credits, Discord role, Kickstarter exclusive 4-card variant booster pack, 1,000 in in-game currency and 400 premium currency. So yeah, so like free to play, but you can pay for the extras though, and download the demo now. Looks good. Alright, and Magi, I covered this a mere few months ago, and they're back with the sequel.
Welcome to the Magi Kingdom of Thor card game. My name is Sean Nathan Ricks. This card game is based on the novel by myself and my co-author J.C. Thompson. First, I want to let you know there's no risk in pledging with us, as we fulfilled our first Kickstarter in 60 days for all of our pledges. So what are we doing now? Well, we want you. No, we need you, the new player and the returning player. We have expanded to more than double the original deck building game, with lots for both the new and returning players. And I'd like to give a shout out to the creative team of artists working with us to create new cards that will knock your socks off. Rob Carlos, Michael Brug.
Yeah, so it looks kind of like Spectromancer for the few who know about that game a little bit. But yeah, so they've got 11,000 of their 5,000 gold, 19 days to go. So I guess the first Kickstarter went well. The second one going well too. Good for them. Magi. 1 starter set, you can get $25. 1 starter deck, $25. 2 starter decks, $50. So cards kind of look a lot like Magic cards, but the gameplay is different though. So yeah, check them out. Kodum. I actually backed this one, and then like it's coming from Mexico, and it was like all cheap. Like it's like Mexican dollars. You got to do the exchange rate, but it seemed like real cheap when I bought it. But then when it comes time to ship it though, you're paying more to ship it than it costs to back it. But I went ahead on and going and paid the shipping now, so I'll have it. But let's check them out.
Special discount, and also will have access to promo foil cards.
Cool promo right there. I mean, cool foiling right there.
The first 40 backers of this campaign will receive this exclusive and beautiful promo full art foil card. Finally, we want to thank you for all your support. It's because of you that we continue growing and offering better and more products. So, really, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah,
and welcome to this adventure. Remember, choose, protect, and win.
Yeah, Yeah, so you get a box for around $34. But the thing about it is when it comes time to ship it, it's gonna be like $40 to ship it. Well, $34 to ship it or something. Alright, Beast Caller. They're way off from their goal with 49 days to go, so they might get there. This is another
Beasts of the past are back.
grid spot kind of card
Have
game.
you what it takes to call them? Discover the cards and prepare your deck. Tailwind, sir.
They've got minis and cards. I always love something like that, something like Mage Wars. But yeah, hopefully they'll come up and get funded, but we'll keep an eye on it. 49 days ago, there's plenty of time. Alright, Pixel Powers. Let's see what they're saying.
Versus card game. So there are 3 ways to play. The first way is solo dungeon, where you will draft a deck or pre-construct one and then face waves of 3 enemies and then challenge a final boss. The second way to play is versus draft, where you and a partner simultaneously draft your deck and then battle each other. The third way to play is versus constructed, where you and a partner both take time to diligently piece together a deck from all the available options and then battle each other. So just to
Yeah, Pixel Powers, check them out. LCG and CCG. Mythic Mania, they've only got $1 pledge, 45 days to go. No videos, so I'm not gonna go all into figuring this one out. And on to the 9 TCGs, card games type of deals.
Like a deck of traditional playing cards, filament cards unlocks countless games for every age. From memory games to play with your toddler nephew, to a fun group game for family trips, to even a spatial strategy game as a gateway to chess. There's something for everyone. Inside our first edition, Echoes of Home.
Yeah, so filament cards, trying to get to 7,500 2 hours ago. Not gonna get there. Maybe they got to revamp or remarket. But I like the idea about like multiple games with one deck of cards. I always liked it. All right, and Imperial Twin. Let's see, Meeple University. Talk about that.
Players will learn the spells and gather the critters, traps, and cats they need to complete their collections of magical objects. Players begin the game with 3 cards and the game is played in turns. Each turn, draw 1 card. Any critters are added to your tableau and the rest of your cards are held in hand. Then take an action. This could be drawing a second card or trapping an opponent's critter with a trap. But a lot of your turns will be spent attacking. To attack, you'll cast a spell on an opponent, which is between 1 and 3 cards of a matching colour. You can optionally bolster it with 1 matching coloured critter per card in the spell. Your opponent, in most cases, will do the same in defence. Players roll their own dice. Magic can be unpredictable. And adjust your total score up or down accordingly. Higher score wins and earns a magical oracle. Lower score loses and discards critters from the battle. Both players discard their spells. There are tactical options to tip the scales in your favour. Trap your opponent's critters mid-battle, or spend cats to re-roll your own die. Cast spells in your own character's colour to treat negative rolls as if they were 0, or to protect your critters from discard in the event of defeat. In Magic, you can never avoid some luck of the roll, as the dice could deliver critical hits, critical fails, or random events which could disrupt the battle.
Nice.
Although in defence, you do have the option to shield with critters only. No spells means no die roll. And battles in Imperial Twin are not just a case of one-on-one. Stake an ornament into the battle, and you can contribute one of your own critters or spells, as long as it matches colour, to support one of the sides. If your side comes away victorious, you'll earn another ornament as reward. Once you have 5 ornacles, you can spend your action to purchase a magical object. You can also get one by spending 3 cats, or by dueling another player.
I got a kind of similar game. This is also like that Binding of Isaac a little bit, but this one looks real good. Imperial Swing. Yeah, didn't even go over the levels. Okay, Hip Hop Manager, the card game. $561 of $6,000 goal, 18 days to go, 22 backers. So this is basically like Topps Trumps. I've never played Topps Trumps, but I've heard about it. And you draw like 5 cards or something. You have your team of rappers, DJs and such. And most stuff they've actually got the guys on here, the actual rappers, Eazy, Lauryn Hill, Lil Kim, Guru, Jizza, all type of people. And event cards, this role play includes Includes Wu-Tang reforming, East versus West rivalry, and Puffy dissing you. And he's going to get implicated in that Tupac murder. Let's get him on out of here. And he's brotherly love. Each player receives 5 cards, as well as 3 MCs. You'll need a DJ and a producer. Sounds good. Discard a card and pick a new one to build your dream team. Rap battle in a top trump style to steal a card from your opponent. After every rap battle, the winner steals a card from their opponent. Event cards are dealt after every battle. And yeah, actually sounds pretty good. So yeah, 18 days. So some love. And for the last one, we got Tuku. $13 of 190K. They want to get 4 backers, 3 days to go. I don't know what they were thinking, but hopefully they'll come back smarter next time. But definitely got the AI art, definitely got the AI frame, and the symbols are very minimalistic compared to the extravagant everything else. Now, this looks like a tug of war game. I have like a real good tug of war game. Plus, it's on Steam or whatever too. I need to shoot a video for that one. But this looks like you put stuff in the lane and totals, and then as we see, 3, 6, that's 9. 9 plus 8, that's 17. 17 is 0 in this lane, 8 in this lane, and then the defense, and then you got cards that can probably kill stuff before the battle and such. Field spell. Looks cool. But anyway, that's too cool. And yeah, that's been this weekend TCGs number 22. Come back in another 2 weeks for this weekend TCGs number 23. Oh, yo games, like, subscribe. Yes, yes.